I keep getting so many J's. There must be a lot of J's in your family.
Yeah, there are.
Is there somebody you didn't want to come forward today and then it's almost like...
I did say, don't come forward unless you want to apologise. Well, I do say to him, I don't hate you. I just feel like he went down a bad path. And unfortunately, he wanted to control us.
You wanted him to apologise to you, but it's like he's not apologising to you.
He had multiple sclerosis, the same as I have, though he died from that. But it's the only thing he ever gave me. You know, he wasn't all bad. I have nice memories with him, but these stubborn bits.
Yeah, like he's showing that now, like how
stubborn bits of always having to be in control. He was a control freak.
Did you lose more than one baby?
Yes, 2.
When you lose a baby, whether it's miscarriage, stillbirth, anything like that, they usually choose to grow through the spiritual world, or they can be looked after by somebody who has already passed.
Interesting.
This episode is sponsored by JS Health and Vitamins. If you are feeling tired, run down, or even muscle aching, then these vitamins are the ones for you. You may be experiencing a magnesium deficiency, and I promise that these are going to help you in so many ways. So check out on JS Health and Vitamins website. Use the code Mediumship for 15% off your next purchase at JS Health and Vitamins. Welcome back to We Talk to the Dead, and here I have the most amazing guest, which is Nicola. Welcome, Nicola.
Thank you for having me.
Honestly, I'm so excited to talk to you. Like, you are so spiritual.
I feel it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You
I can't connect.
When was the last time I did your reading? It was like ages ago, wasn't it?
Probably a year and a bit ago, I would say.
Oh, I actually remember. I think you messaged me. And then it didn't go through, I don't think. And you chased me.
Yes. I said, oh, well, did you send that reading? You were like, no, oh, yes, I did. But then we found it.
I had to resend it. And I just completely loved how spiritual you are and your energy. But you're so down to earth. And I love that. Like,
As are you.
You're so sweet. But today I want to talk a little bit about everything. So I wanted to start firstly with makeup because that is what you do. It's all you. Like, your makeup today is just flawless.
It's a very hot day in London today. So not so flawless. Just wanted to go a bit fresher and a bit lighter, so it didn't look like I had loads of makeup on.
I just love that though. So you started, was it your sister? So you started YouTube
with my sister, 16 years ago.
Oh my gosh, I bet the times flew.
It's been so long but so short. It's one of those things with like the first really to do makeup on there. I think there was 2 other people doing it at the time, and it just grew and grew and grew, and it was such a lovely, sweet community and small. And now, because YouTube was it was the beginning of YouTube. It's only been going 20 years.
That's mad. I didn't even know that. Like, I've learned something new.
YouTube's been going 20 years and we were there 16 years. So we've been
you literally started it as soon as it was like...
and it was only literally people showing their cats and people, it was like a You've Been Framed. Yeah. And then we started doing that because it was like, how do you show people and teach people how to do makeup and feel good about themselves? Because that's the message we wanted to put out. Being a working makeup artist, it was all about, okay, how can I help other people or reach a bigger audience as like what you're doing now.
So you did makeup on the side to start with, and then you just wanted to teach people how to obviously...
So I worked on counter for years, but I also did freelance for years. And then it was like, how can I hit more people? So that was the next thing to do.
So it was called Pixie Woo. I love that name. That's
Pixie
wicked.
Woo. Well, growing up, I had really pixie ears. So everyone called me Nixie Pixie. And then I don't know where the name Pixie Woo came from. My sister put that one together.
That's amazing. Like, honestly, it's amazing.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you some questions, only if that's okay.
Absolutely.
What's it like looking back on the incredible impact you've had with the beauty world? Because you've inspired like so many people out there. Yeah. Like, even me, I watch your videos, I'm like, oh my God, I need to try that.
Thank you. It's amazing. I really, when I get makeup artists message me and say, oh my God, I started with you, and they're fabulous makeup artists that are doing amazing jobs now, you just think, I'm so pleased, because when we started showing people how to do makeup, a lot of people, it wasn't a job they would do. And it gave people the courage to be like, actually, I can do what I love and what I enjoy. So it's really rewarding and so lovely to be part of people's
100%,
journey.
Yeah. Like, I'm not really much of a makeup-y person, but watching your makeup, you do all these different techniques that will kind of try different things where you actually enjoy and love makeup. And I think that's just a good thing. Like, I love that. Can you take us back to the start of Pixie Woo? Like, I know we've spoken about it a little bit, but what made you do it with your sister? Like, have you drifted apart a little bit now, or do you still do things?
We're even closer now. We did it together because growing up, we kind of hated each other.
Yeah. As sisters do.
Yeah. We hated each other, and we both went into the same field for work. And then she was having a baby, and she uploaded first. She started uploading videos, and she said, I'm doing this thing. We got closer because of children, and I'm the auntie. So we got closer. So I'm doing this thing. Do you want to do it with me? I was like, yeah, 100%. And we just found a love together of something. You go through your stages separately, like the party stage. I was always 3 years younger, so I was always 3 years behind her. And then suddenly we reached an even kilter, and it was like, oh, actually we like each other and we actually get on well, and we both really enjoyed doing it together and getting stuff off of each other for makeup.
Like, do you phone her up when you've got an issue and stuff?
Always.
Like, always. I love that bond. Like, I do. I love that.
We are so tight but we don't ever put anything on social media of us together, really, not for any reason, but we're in it.
You need that balance, though. Like, you do.
We're just having a lovely time.
Yeah, you're in that spotlight, and it's very difficult at times, like it is.
Yeah.
But you can have that balance at home, and I think that's so important as well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Real Techniques, because so you were on the journey with them from the start.
From the start. So Real Techniques approached us really early doors. So the lady who was in charge of it then, Beth, contacted us and said, we want to do a makeup brush line.
I bet you were like, oh my God.
Around you girls.
Yeah.
And we had nothing to lose because there was nothing out there. No one was doing any paid jobs or anything. So we got an amazing contract with them, and we designed all the brushes. And luckily we'd worked in makeup for so long, we knew what was missing, and they managed to come up with this most amazing high grade synthetic. So they were the first synthetic brushes that could blend and work, and it was just a real honour.
That's amazing. Like, that is such an achievement. I'd be proud of yourself for that. I bet you are. I bet you're like, yes, I love it.
It's so funny because I would go into Boots, there'd be pictures of us on the or whatever shop, there'd be pictures of us on the side of the wall or whatnot, and I never even thought about it or cared. But when I see my friends now doing stuff, I'm like, I'm so proud of you. But when it's yourself, you don't.
Yeah.
You must be the same. You just kind of forget about it. It's almost a bit embarrassing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh God.
But that shows how much of like a genuinely kind person you are to look in the scenes and support your friends with what they do.
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
I love that.
It's all about championing other people as well.
Is there anything you're doing like at the minute that you can share, or you just kind of chilling a little bit?
Yeah, I'm just chilling at the moment to find what direction I want to go in, really.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying just working at home a little bit more because we had to travel so much with Real Techniques. It was all over the world, so we were constantly traveling. So
that must have been exciting.
It was fabulous. I got to do it with my sister and one of my best mates who was my agent. So it was brilliant. And I look back and think I don't know how my sister did it because her kids were older.
Yeah.
And mine were young, so they didn't so much miss me because they had dad.
Yeah.
But as they get older, it gets more difficult.
Yeah. And I bet that was hard, having that balance away from your children.
Yeah, exactly.
And that must have been hard.
I found it easier because my husband was at home.
Yeah. And he is amazing, isn't
he? And he's
he?
amazing. So. But my hers were a little bit older, and stuff would happen at school, and she'd get called and you were like, we're in America. We can't do anything. So I'm really lucky that I get to do that part at home more. So I do feel fortunate.
I've got such a heavy head at the minute. I don't know if you're bottling something up, but I'm going to do a little bit of a reading.
Go for it.
And then we'll ask some more questions.
I want to know if I'm bottling something up. That would be amazing.
So what I'll do is I'll just start scribbling, basically. And there is just so much energy in this room. And you are very spiritual yourself. Do you find that you do sense quite a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know how to
tap in a little bit more.
Yeah, to react to that sense, if you know what I mean.
So it's so weird. Like, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep... I go a bit weird, sorry, it's because Spirit is trying to channel me. So I'll just say some things. You don't really have to like answer back if you don't want to. I keep getting so many J's. There must be a lot of J's in your family.
Yeah, there are.
There is 4. Is this somebody you didn't want to come forward today? And then it's almost like...
I did say, don't come forward unless you want to apologise.
Right, okay. Because it's almost like somebody's coming forward and they're like, they didn't want to come, you didn't want them to come forward. I don't know if you said it out loud or in your mind, you're like, only come forward for a certain reason. And it's almost like this person is like, right, I'm ready to come forward.
Okay.
But they're showing me a lot of J's.
Okay.
I don't know if he's a J or he must be a J because he's telling me about 3 other J's. So he must be the 4th J.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep.
I don't feel like he died of like really old age though.
No.
For some reason, I don't feel like he's apologising to you.
Okay.
Because he's not coming forward really apologising that much. I don't know if that's in his nature, where he wouldn't apologise.
Surprise me, yeah.
But he is a man coming forward, but there is another man next to him. And it's almost like they're battling. Like, it's almost like my breathing's gone really funny, but it's almost like they're overtaking each other. Like, no, I'm going. And he's like, no, I'm going.
Okay.
It's so strange because it's almost like they're at like proper coming at each other.
Interesting.
Somebody would have been really supportive with you and helped you on a journey, but the other person almost took a step back but wants to take credit for everything you've done, but he doesn't have a right to.
Mm-hmm.
So strange. Like, this has never actually happened before, where they've come forward. Like, you can have a certain soul come forward who is empowering the other soul, where they want to make their time to shine, but it's almost like they're both literally like next to you now. Like, I want to be there. No, I want to be there.
Okay.
So what I'll see is images directly within my mind, but
Yep.
you can literally see two shadows next to you at the minute. Did you lose a baby?
Yeah.
When you lose a baby, whether it's miscarriage, stillbirth, anything like that, they usually choose to grow through the spiritual world, or they can be looked after by somebody who has already passed. It's almost like I'm getting a C and a H, like the start of a name, but then it goes really distant. So they've got the J and then somebody else battling
That's
with
my
the J.
dad.
Your dad's coming. Did
Yeah.
you not have a good relationship
No.
with your dad?
John Chapman.
But have you lost it? Obviously, I don't want to give too much away. I'm trying to get as much as I can, but they're literally like battling. But there's somebody else coming forward, almost like he was more of a dad to you
my
than
stepfather.
Right, okay. Which makes sense because they're battling against each other. But it's almost, did you lose more than one baby?
Yes, 2.
Your dad wants to apologise to, who begins with J, but it's not you. So I know that you didn't want him to come forward.
Yeah, my mum.
You wanted him to apologise to you, but it's like he's not apologising to you.
My mum's called Judy. And my brothers are John and James.
But you've got so many J's.
Yeah. So Judy, John and James, and John was my dad. And my brothers are John and James as well. Well, I hope he does apologise to my mother.
So if you did something physically on in the world when you were alive and you pass over, you're almost free from all pain and whatever, but it still doesn't resemble the things you've done when you were alive, if that makes sense. So think of spirit of your body is left behind when you die and your soul leaves your physical body and you go to a higher place. You're almost looking down at everybody and you can see the past, you can see the future, and you can see the now. So it's almost like he is resembling to looking at the past, but you can also see what's going to happen in the future.
Okay.
But your mom's been through a lot, so she's lost your stepdad then.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the C. So where the hell is the C coming from? It's almost like he's questioning. Like, I've literally just been showing the funeral, but you're not there. Then he like walks away.
I imagine no one went to his funeral.
He wasn't a nice person.
No.
Your stepdad saying thank you. If you did something for him before he died, but he's saying thank you.
Yeah.
Then I'm showing a piece of paper, but there's loads of writing on the piece of paper, so it's like a letter. So I don't know if somebody had wrote him a letter.
Yeah. Nieces wrote a letter that they put in his coffin with him.
Your family not really much of a believer in like the spiritual world?
No. My mum is now.
She never used to be?
Not so much.
It's like I'm showing loads of question marks, but it's like, you're not much of a believer. Whereas you are, you're so spiritual. Like, I love that. You almost get like such a heavy feeling in here, and it's because there's so much energy. But it's so strange because you've got this really enforceful soul, which is obviously your dad coming forward.
Yeah.
And I know there's people behind him, and he's like doing this all the time. And then your stepdad obviously come forward, and they're both at each other. And then your dad walks back, but then there's somebody else trying to come, and he's just like not allowing them, and it's really frustrating.
Why won't he allow people to come through?
So if you have think of it as a radio. So you have us living and we're constantly turning a radio. So you have different frequencies. So if you hit the same frequency, you'll then be able to connect with different souls.
Right, okay.
But if they all come forward at once, you can have one strong, empowering soul who's like, no, you're not coming through.
Go away.
You probably won't listen.
No, he won't. He won't listen.
It's almost like the first thing when you sat down was like, she wants me to come forward, but only for a reason. So he's like, well, I'm going to come forward anyway.
Yeah.
But I feel like you won't agree with this, but I do feel like he also struggled a little bit.
Yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did.
And I feel like there's something not making that link, whereas I don't know if he had mental health issues or he struggled with some kind of problem within his mind, but it doesn't defend the things that he did. Does that make sense?
He had multiple sclerosis, the same as I have.
Oh, okay.
So he died from that. But he was violent.
Does that worry you for how you feel?
No. Because he was negative. He's a completely different person to me. He only saw the negative in life, whereas I couldn't be more the opposite.
Yeah.
So it doesn't at all worry me. But it's the only thing he ever gave me. Not a very nice thing to have given.
Thanks for that.
Thanks for that one. You know, he wasn't all bad. I have nice memories with him, but just these stubborn bits. Like
he's showing that now. Like how stubborn he
bits
is.
of always having to be in control.
Yeah.
He was a control freak.
He's so much detective work, and it's like, for God's sake.
I'm filling up the book.
Yeah, you're all right. It's so much scribbling because spirit kind of control you in that kind of way. You said that you don't really know how to start your spiritual journey.
Yeah.
And the truth is everything is already around you. Like, you need to just relax. Like, take a moment out of your day to just listen to everything around you. Somebody had a new kitchen.
Oh, I got to have a new kitchen work surface. I was discussing with my husband yesterday.
Well, that's acknowledgement. The reason why they bring up things like that or conversations and stuff is because they're near and they can hear that.
They're not present for everything, are they?
No, they just come and go.
Jesus.
They're all right in the bedroom. They don't want to see you.
Don't come in.
It's so funny, you know, because when I'm at home and I'm doing whatever, bit of a sexual talk, but doing whatever, you just literally close the door and they'll stay behind the door like it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Just start closing the door.
I had to close the door from the kids. Now it's from the spirits as well.
Stay away from me. But yeah, spirit just come and go all the time.
Okay.
It's like when you need them the most, whether you ask in your mind or directly out loud, they'll come. But if you go and visit their grave or anything like that, it's like a doorbell so they know that you're there. Your mum talk about your dad a lot? Bottles it up?
Yeah, not very much. Not very much.
I don't know why he's empowering it so much. And usually if the soul's empowering it so much, they give me a reason why. But he's like, I'm not talking about it.
He was just a control freak. He wanted to control everything. You'd think once you've passed over, you would not need to be so in control.
You're usually so free from everything. Like, you don't worry about anything that's happened. But sometimes you can get stubborn souls coming forward. And people always say to me, so why don't you believe in hell and stuff? And I'm like, I just don't. I don't focus on the negative. I feel like we all just go to a higher place. And people ask me all the time, so what is heaven? And I'm like, well, it's whatever you want it to be. Like, that is heaven. If you have the memory of something when you were younger and you were in a country house or whatever by the sea, that is your idea of heaven. You're going to go there.
Free from the day-to-day chores.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. I hope you don't go up there and
do you know what I mean? Floating
bills.
around, just not a care in the world really,
People
but just watching other people.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like a coffee shop and stuff. I don't.
Yeah.
I've never been to heaven, but there obviously is life after death. As how would I do the things that I do? And it's so hard sometimes to explain it, but as we are living and we are here, we move ourselves to a higher level. So this is when I was saying about you opening your spiritual side. You need to raise your vibration high enough to communicate.
How do you do that?
So it's all about relaxing, laughing, having a good time.
Okay.
The more you laugh and the more you're happy, you're raising that vibration. So again, with like the radio, turn in a different frequency. You need to be on the same frequency as them. So I could walk around and see spirit all the time, but 9 times out of 10 I don't usually. Like, I can go to a cemetery and only see two souls there because we're on different frequencies.
It would be so cloudy for you. Like,
it's weird. It's so weird. And people will say, well, what does spirit look like? Well, I can see them in full if they allow me to, or it will come directly in my mind, or it might just be an outline.
So you see it or you
feel it.
You feel it?
Yeah.
Like, when you see it, do you actually see them?
Yeah. It doesn't scare you though. Like, it's all good.
No. I just find it so interesting because I know in my house down the back there's 2 kids.
Yeah, you have that feeling, don't you, as well?
There's someone, when I go down to this back bit where I have the laundry room, it used to be an old farm garage, I think. Yeah. But I know there's 2 kids running around. I just feel them there all the time. And
you should go there and just literally quiet your mind.
Yeah, maybe I should. It does scare me a bit though at the same time. I'm like, I'm just dropping, I always say to them, I'm just doing some washing, leave me be.
And they won't hurt you. Like, they're just as scared as you are of them.
It's just, I know they're there every time and I'm like, I'm just doing some, and I can see what they're wearing. They're like old Tudor kids. But I'm like, I'm just doing my own thing.
I love that. Do you see it like directly within your mind?
I can picture them now.
It's almost like images that flash through your mind. I always say it's spirit connecting if you just have like a random thought or a random image and you sat down, not even thinking about anything, and it just pops up. Well, that's spirit connecting with you. That's spirit channeling you.
Yeah. Is that also spirit when you're like, I'm going to see this person today, and you see them and you're like, I haven't seen them for about 10 years?
That's a psychic ability. So being
Okay.
psychic is sensing things to happen before they're about to, which you are very, very psychic, but you need to believe in yourself more. Like you doubt some things that are going on.
Yeah, I
Like you're like,
very much doubt.
Sometimes it's not that. When 9 times out of 10 it is, you're getting that feeling for a reason. It's the same with gut feelings. So if you, for example, wake up in the morning and think, oh, I shouldn't go out today, but you end up going out and something happens, you're like, I knew I shouldn't have gone out.
Yeah.
That is a gut feeling. That's from spirit. So they're guiding you. So they can't make you do things, but they can
put
give
obstacles
you,
in the way.
Yeah, they can give you that gut feeling to be like, I'm trying to warn you of something.
This is what I always say to my husband. When things aren't easy to happen and things keep going wrong and get in the way, I'm like, we shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
We just shouldn't do it because
you just get that feeling,
there's too
don't you?
many obstacles in the way. This should just run smoothly and it just isn't.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I'm just not going to.
I feel like everybody I meet, you end up being like, you're so busy and you've come out today to meet me and I'm so honoured.
I am
But
too.
I feel like this is because it's going to start your spiritual awakening.
I
Like
hope
you're going to
so.
sense some more things. Like
As long as my bloody father moves out the way.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of needed that connection today for things to happen and run smoothly.
Yeah.
It's almost like because you said before you got here, the first thing I said when you sat down, you don't want somebody to come forward only if they apologise. And because you said that, he's like, well, I'm going to do it anyway.
No, he's such an arsehole still to this day.
You would think that souls do just be free and they're free from everything, but you do sometimes get that empowering soul. And
Like I don't hate him.
Yeah.
I just think.
Maybe he needs to hear that.
Yeah, I don't hate him. Well, I do say to him, I don't hate you. I just feel like he went down a bad path and unfortunately he wanted to control us.
Yeah.
And we were too
But I think
much.
as well, not giving him justice for anything that he's done. Obviously I don't know what he's done, but for anything that he's done. But that has made you a really good mom. It's made you strong. Yeah. Like you would never do anything.
It's made us prove him wrong. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
That's
like
how
you
our
are
whole
all,
life
as a
was,
family. Like,
oh, we are so tight. And what I feel sad about is that he missed that.
Yeah.
He could have been part of that, but
that's his loss.
That was his choice to not be, because we were a really nice family but actually maybe we wouldn't have been if he was still there.
Yeah.
He would have,
it's give you that strength.
He would have taught us differently and wrong.
I love that though. Can I ask you some more questions?
Yes, please do. Please do.
Beyond the makeup and the business, obviously I sense a deeper connection with you. This is why I was drawn to you the first time. I can't remember if you messaged me or I messaged you, but anyway.
Can't remember.
I believe I meet everyone for a reason. I say that to everyone I do a reading for. We're drawn together for a reason. Have you ever felt like in your own intuition, like especially doing makeup and things, you've had a gut feeling of something good really going to happen and some things that you're like, no, no point in doing that?
Always.
Yeah.
Always trust my gut. If I think someone's going to be really difficult, it's like, I'm just not going to put myself in. But then sometimes if something's going to be difficult, I quite like the challenge as well. So it's like, maybe this one will be fun. But I am...
You just like the
absolutely,
fire.
I do quite like changing people's opinions on things. And do you know what I mean? I do quite like the challenge, but I always trust my gut massively.
Is there anything you kind of want to do in the future? Or are you just literally now just like, I just want to live life with my kids?
There is nothing I am desperate to do at all. I'm just really, really happy, really content. If I could carry on going the way I'm going, then
it's
perfect.
So strange though. Like this is why I keep asking you what you're going to do in the future, because I keep seeing almost like a big open room and loads of people are sitting down, but you're just teaching or doing some kind of makeup.
That's what I enjoy. I enjoy teaching
do you do
the most.
That then?
I don't do classes so much anymore. We did for a while, but I haven't done it for a long time.
Maybe that's what you need to do, just like the odd little class.
Yeah, I do. My favourite thing is to teach.
Yeah.
Because what's the point if you're not showing people?
I need to do this.
You look beautiful. You don't
I'm just not a makeup person. Like, I'm really not. What's your best products you use? For all these makeup lovers out here, Nicola's going to give you the best products.
God, I don't know. There's so many and it depends on the
skin and things like that.
On everything. Yeah. It's looking at the person and being like, okay, for you, I wouldn't use a heavy foundation because you've got lovely freckles. So I'd want something really, really light that still showed them because that's really youthful. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't use much product.
Most people now, like, I hate my freckles, but people like draw them on and all sorts now, don't they? And I'm like, why are you drawing them on?
As you get older, they go.
Do they?
Yeah, so they're so youthful and lovely that you're like, oh, my kids have both got them. And I'm like, oh, I love your freckles. Don't ever cover them.
Oh, wow. Like, I've noticed loads of people draw them on now. Yeah. You get like pens and all sorts.
Yeah.
I find that weird. I don't know why I find it weird. Have you had any moments or experiences that you felt guided or perhaps a strong gut feeling? So it's almost, I know it's put you on the spot a little bit, but as again, like I mentioned about you having that gut feeling when you do things, but is there anything that you can say? We'll talk more about those children in your house. Like, what do you feel? How did you know something was there? Like, did you just get a heavy feeling?
I just feel that they're there. I just know that.
But you don't feel scared. Like,
I don't feel scared, but when I go down to the laundry room, I can feel two people running.
Yeah.
I feel like wind almost.
Like, oh God.
Wind. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like something's just brushed past me. Whether I've built what they're wearing in my mind.
Yeah, but that's the connection, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean?
So,
I don't know.
Yeah.
In my mind, the girl's got like a little white nighty on, but is that just cliche? Do you know what I mean?
I don't think it is. But
my house is Georgian.
See, this is the doubting. Don't
This
doubt.
is it. This is my house is Georgian, so it would have probably been, but that's what I envision when I go there. It's only in that room. I don't nowhere else in my house. My house has got such lovely spirit.
Yeah. So usually you have ghosts and spirits, so they're completely different. So spirit roam around freely, they can do what they want. A ghost is tied to the location. So it's usually because they simply don't want to move forward because they're happy and they're safe and they just love your home.
We've made it really nice that room as well.
So they're probably like, I just want to stay here all the time. Or it could be a replay in energy, so the same event happening over and over again. So every time you go down that laundry room, they're running past you because that's what they would have done. So it could be that, which is amazing. If you never like it, I recommend Sage. But
I don't want to. I don't want them to have to leave.
Yeah,
that's their home.
Don't Sage it then.
Do you know what I mean? When we bought that house and when I left my last house, I always touch the main wall in the house. I don't know why, and I say, "Thank you. We're going to look after you. Thank you for having us." And Ian's like, "You're nuts," hugging the walls. And I'm like, "No, there's real spirit here. I really feel like I need to say thank you. We're not going to damage this house. We're going to make it better."
Like, that shows that.
It's really important to me. Like, I even did do it to my car for a while. And I was like, I'm going nuts. Like, touch the bonnet, say, "Thank you for getting me home safely."
I love
a little bit crazy.
Last question. Do you believe, obviously you do believe, but do you believe in the whole afterlife, and what do you honestly feel is going to happen?
I feel that I am a spirit in this body and I have to look after it for the best I can whilst I'm in it. Yeah. And then I go off and I just float around. That's my belief, is that I don't go on to anywhere. I'm just still present. I'm just not able to do or touch, or I don't need all the everyday stuff that people need. I'm just there.
But you're living in the moment right now.
Yeah.
And you're just a beautiful person.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on.
I've loved it. Thank you.